Hello guys, it's MajorOfMinors here, bringing you some commentary over a Gears of War 3 gameplay. The gameplay is an 11 for 1, it's not amazing. I steal 2 kills in it, and I give 1 back to Chaos Nature, because I felt bad, because I kept accidentally stealing his kills. Chaos Nature is a great guy. We were playing him for quite a while the other night, and he was doing really well, and we were trying to compete against each other for gameplays. He was winning, I think, so you should go sub him up. I'll probably leave a link in the description. So yeah, essentially I wanted to do a commentary that was giving my opinions on Gears of War Judgement. I've kind of kept my cards to myself on Gears of War Judgement at the moment. I don't like making a rash opinion or decision, you know, too quick before I haven't seen everything. I mean, my instant knee-jerk reaction to the Gears of War Judgement was like, okay, this looks awesome, I'm excited, you know. That's kind of what I'm like with all trailers. If I see a trailer, regardless if it's the Modern Warfare 3 one, the Black Ops, the Modern Warfare 2, with trailers I just always have a tendency to get overexcited just because I love new multiplayer games. It's something I get really excited about. But then I just kind of thought about it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to look into this a little bit more. I'm going to see what's wrong with the game, what's right with the game. I mean, of course the warning signs are all pointing to, you know, stuff like the grenades, starting grenades. We don't know whether that's only in free-for-all or not. I've heard some people talking rumours about some sort of custom power-up type system, like Halo, because of those glowing people in the trailer, because apparently there's one moment where someone's glowing and they're not first place in the free-for-all, because a lot of people were saying that it was if you're first place, but I'm not sure necessarily if that is true. Another thing is the Sword Off and Retro coming back. I've always spoken to my friends about this. I always think, you know, the Sword Off and Retro, yes, they are bad, but as a power weapon, would they necessarily be bad? I mean, when I heard about the Sword Off shotgun before Gears of War 3, I didn't think anything of it, you know, I was just like, a Sword Off shotgun, cool. That could be a new power-up, you could pick it up and it could just, you know, knock people's heads off. That sounds pretty fucking cool, but obviously what it turned out to be was a starting primary weapon, which was way unbalanced and way too overpowered. The same thing applies to the Retro Lancer. I didn't have a problem with it until I saw it in action, and I think that's what everyone thought. You know, the actual design element of them fits pretty well into the Gears of War universe. They just weren't implemented correctly. And I think, me personally, I think what it should be, the Sword Off, what I would have liked to see as a cool little, you know, invention is the Sword Off you could be a pickup on the map, you know, pretty darn powerful, but you can pick up 2 and hold each in one hand, each in each opposite hand, and then you just shoot one, and then it reloads and cocks the shotgun or whatever, and then shoot the other one in the other hand. I think that would be something that would be really cool if implemented correctly. The Retro Lancer as well, my friend Meister was talking about the idea of throwing a Retro Lancer, you know, throwing it across the map, and then it sticks into someone. I think that would be really cool. But all the Retro needs is, and the Sword Off needs is tuning down and making as a power weapon. Then there's no way it should fail, you know, as long as they get the balance correct. So that doesn't necessarily worry me. What I do think is a cool idea is the idea of grenades now being, you're able, if you throw it at someone, it sticks to them. I think that's pretty cool, as long as the grenades aren't too overpowered. I mean, if it's starting, everyone's got a starting grenade, that is going to be mayhem. I really hope that that's only on free-for-all. Even only on free-for-all, though, I think it will be too chaotic. That's definitely one of my biggest worries. But also the fact that frag grenades, if you tag them, they know you can't tag them to walls and the floor anymore, which is really good in my opinion. It became too much of something like a claymore, you know. People could just plant them down on the floor, wait for people to come, and they weren't even putting the work in for the kill. In my games, I'm all about putting the work in for the kill, not just the game letting you have them out of luck. Next is the Breach Shot. The Breach Shot is a really cool looking weapon in my opinion. I've heard mixed reactions to the Breach Shot. I think it's cool. I think we're going to see some amazing clips with that weapon because it's just going to be relying purely on skill, you know, who's got the better aim with it, and how quick your, you know, trigger finger is. And then finally, the idea of a reticule in the middle of the screen at all times. People's instant reaction to that was, "What the fuck? You can't have a fucking thing in the screen in the center of the screen. That's going to ruin blind firing and sniping." And forgive me if I sound ignorant, it's just something that I've been wondering, you know. Would having a reticule in the middle of the screen be necessarily that bad? If it didn't, you know, it doesn't focus your aim anymore. It doesn't make your aim any more steady. It just shows where the center of your screen is. You know, with a sniper, why would that matter? I mean, with a sniper, it's not about knowing where the center of the screen is. It's just about, you know, timing your shot. It doesn't, you know, it isn't, when you blind fire, it doesn't even hit the center of the screen 99% of the time. It's all about, you know, lining it up with a head, and half the time it usually just goes off in any random direction. I mean, me personally, I pretty much know where the center of my screen is at all times anyway, so it wouldn't exactly be an added benefit to me. You know, it's not that hard to calculate where the center of your screen is. I mean, on Gears of War 1, when they dotted their screens, you know, with the they put the dots on their TV, that wasn't about putting the dot in the center of the screen, it was about putting it, you know, slightly to the top left. And that's why I don't understand why people have gotten so up in arms about it, because I don't understand how it's going to benefit it with... Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Benefit people with it. People say it will be bad for the Nasher, but like I said, I know where the center of my screen is. I don't need my help with that. And if it doesn't steady up your aim or focus it in anymore, you're still going to have to pop shot. So, I don't know. I don't see why people have gotten so crazy about that. I would be more worried about retro sword off balancing, and I would be more worried about I forgot the starting nades thing. You know, I really hope they power down nades anyway. I've always felt they're far too overpowered, and they're usually pretty good to get pretty easy to get your hands on them, and usually the spawn regeneration on them is quite quick. I suffer way too many deaths as a result of a grenade, I think. But yeah, overall, I actually think the game looks pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm majorly excited for it. I'd say I'm more excited for Halo 4. But overall, it looks like a pretty good game, and it doesn't look nearly as disappointing as I thought it might be. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.